rain, saved by the pain, ain't but a thing. Slam. Don't matter, he says I'm gon' need something else to burn. Daddy and I got nowhere to turn. I'm about to be jumping the surf. I'm not in the mix, but don't act like you ain't heard. How fast took you word? Well, work for what I heard. My peace can't get stirred. My mind still on dreams. Soon as my eyes roll open, come good tokens. I've been training myself to add cheese to the picture. Smile go far, self-grace is worth a million mile. Little change the bit, came a little up. By the time they want the price, the name that went up. Still got work to do, I'm trying daily. Cause don't end up and leave, but I can take it. By now all my demons know I'm praying. By now all my haters know I'm staying. Stack it, flip it, yeah, you know the plan. Feel like I been gave another chance. And it ain't wasted on gambles. Cause I knew I would be this fastest in Pampers. They say that he won't put that on, you can't handle. So I just see a few more ships on my map. He says I'm gon' need something else to burn. Daddy and I got nowhere to turn. Nobody be jumping the curve. I'm not in the mix, but don't act like you ain't heard. How fast took you word? Well, work for what I heard. My peace can't get stirred. Cause I trained myself to find the center on nights. I win no heated winner. Introspection peace when you let that thing out with inner easy. When you go without for dinner. And I wasn't even a teen yet. I learned that from my gene stretch. I moderate now more cause I'm eating. Yes, I tolerate lactose with the cheese in. The pace is present, live in the future now, can't waste a second. Gotta eat beats when I lack protein. Clean drip, it don't even need chlorine. Stem from the dirt and your knees folks green. I can teach them best, it ain't no situation you can't finesse. Keep your head high, learn what you work for text. Serve 24 until you in your round of rest. Now thanks for eating Southern Cafe, here's the check.
Welcome to NWA Connie Corso's podcast, where we talk all things dogs.
What up, Jordan?
What's going on?
Man,
Been a while.
it is good to be back in the house.
Yeah, man. It's been too long in between time. We can't let that much time get in between.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They sure been asking about you.
Oh, man, I've been busy on the road, on back and forth. You know, taking care of business. I've been trying to stay active in the field, but I'm here. I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, that's what. Hey, that's what's up, brother. I know you've been busy. They said, what Jordan? There? I thought they finna get ready and protest on the brother. Like Jordan.
What's up, man? I ain't going nowhere. Hey, look, buddy, y'all know I've been busy. I've been here, though. I've been still coming through. And look, we got a very special episode coming up for y'all tonight. It's gonna be letting all the new breeders come in through. Hey, look, we expanding. We getting bigger. I'm growing. I'm working hard behind the scenes, family.
Yeah. Somebody said we got an echo again. Please don't let us have another echo. I don't hear anything.
No.
Yeah, on Jordan's side, they say you got an echo on your side.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me.
Okay. How about now?
I think I can hear me popping. You ain't got no headphones in or something. Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah, it's how. How bad is it, y'all? But anyway, yeah, like Jordan was saying. Somebody said, "Damn."
Hold on, I do got some headphones though.
Okay. But everybody, yeah, this is a pull-up show. Dang, they still say we echoing. I wonder if it's something on my end.
Hold on, I got some headphones.
Okay. Am I echoing, y'all? Do I sound okay?
Okay, I can't even see the chat. Here we go.
Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, they just said you are. Okay. Cool. Cool. Yeah. Anybody can pull up tonight and introduce your program and whatnot. So I think I dropped the link. What's up? Yeah, Jordan. Yeah.
How about
How
now?
about now?
How about now, y'all? How does he sound? He sounds good to me. I don't know about to y'all, but that's the link. Anybody can pull up. Come on in. Rick, I just got your message, bro. Yeah, that's going down tomorrow. So yeah, uh, man, I was sure looking for your number. I was looking under Rick.
My
Yeah.
My
number.
number.
I was talking to somebody in the chat. What's up, John?
What's
What's
going
going
on,
on,
fellas?
fellas?
Everything. Oh, echo heavy. What is
Still
going on?
echo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, it must be me, y'all.
Yeah, it
Yeah, it
might be
might be
that
that
link.
link.
Something
Something
deal with
deal
that
with that
link or
link or
something.
something.
It's
It's
real
real
bad.
bad.
Yeah. Okay. Dang it.
How about
How
now?
about now?
I hear you fine.
All right,
All
I'm
right,
gonna
I'm
get
gonna get
out
out
so
so
y'all can
y'all can try
you
to
try to
Wait.
figure it
Wait a
out.
minute. Wait a minute, John. So y'all so I'm not echoing,
Yeah.
but y'all saying is it John echoing? Is Jordan echoing?
Both
both
of them.
of them.
Both of
Both
them.
of them.
Both of them.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Echo
Let's
heavy.
see.
Y'all talk to me. Both are echo. Damn it, man. Yeah. Say something, Jordan.
All them.
All them.
Can you hear me
Can you hear
okay?
me okay?
I can hear you. I can hear you good. I hear John good, but they saying it's an echo. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna listen on my phone. Go ahead and talk, Jordan.
Yeah, can you hear
Yeah,
me
can you hear
okay?
me okay?
Yeah. See if you got that echo cancellation. You know that button.
Yeah, turn it
Yeah,
off.
turn it off.
Yeah. Turn it on.
It's on.
It's on.
See if what about see if you turn it off. Oh, he said no. Okay, Javier says Jordan and Joe is good. Okay. Okay. So is it John? All right.
It's just
Let me bring.
mine
Just
that's
mine.
bad.
That's bad.
Yes. Yeah. I think it's you.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
might
might
need to
need to
get
get
some
some
earphones.
earphones.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
get
get
out
out
here.
of it.
Okay.
No, no.
Okay. All right. So okay, we
All right,
good.
well, I'm
Well,
gonna
I'm
get
gonna
out
get
of the
out of
way,
the
say
way, say
some
some
echo, and
echo, and
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
just
just
listen in.
listen in.
Okay, brother.
Okay,
Okay,
Joe.
Joe.
All right.
Hey,
Hey, thanks for the
thanks for the attempt though. We
attempt though. We
appreciate the
appreciate the
attempt.
attempt.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anybody want to come in and I've been dropping the link, so anybody want to come in talk about the program or whatnot? This is the time.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah, it's an
introduction, so
introduction,
it
so
gives
it
you a
gives you a
chance
chance
to
to
explain your
explain your
program,
program,
what you
what you
have
have
going
going
on,
on,
introduce
introduce
yourself to
yourself
the
to the
world,
world,
let the
let the
world know
world
who
know who
you
you
are,
are,
the
the
dogs that
dogs
you
that you
have, who
have,
are
who
your
are your
dogs,
dogs,
the
the
goals and
goals and
ambitions of
ambitions
your
of your
program,
program,
the
the
direction,
direction,
where you
where
at
you
right
at right
now
now
today,
today,
and where
and
you
where you
trying to
trying
get
to get
to.
to.
I mean,
I
these are
mean,
the
these are
type
the
of
type of
things that
things
the
that the
public
public
wants to
wants to
know.
know.
So it's a
So it's a
great
great
opportunity for
opportunity for
you
you
if
if
you
you
just
just
want to
want
talk
to
with
talk with
us.
us.
You got
You
some
got some
questions
questions
for us.
for us.
We
We
here.
here.
If you
If you
don't
don't
agree with
agree
some
with
of the
some of
things
the
we got,
things we got,
we
we
here.
here.
It's
It's
whatever. You
whatever.
don't
You
have
don't
to.
have to.
It's
It's
either
either
way.
way.
It's
It's
open. We
open. We
open to
open
in
to in
discussion.
discussion.
Anybody got
Anybody got
something
something
they
they
feel that
feel that
needs to
needs
be
to be
said.
said.
You know,
You know,
the way
the
that
way that
they
they
want to
want to
express
express
themselves.
themselves.
Let's
Let's
talk
talk
about it.
about it.
We can
We
have
can
a
have a
discussion. We're
discussion.
gonna
We're
keep
gonna
it
keep it
respectful.
respectful.
We're gonna
We're
keep
gonna
it
keep it
dog
dog
focused
focused
because
because
we are
we are
dog
dog enthusiasts.
enthusiasts. We the dog men. Dog people, and welcome to all. It's not. Can you hear me? Yeah.
They say
See,
they say they say you are echoing.
I'm
Can you?
echoing.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what's going on lately. But they say they can hear me fine.
Yeah, but I was just saying though,
So,
we all we trying to do is the best that we can, with our dogs. And this is an opportunity for you to get some exposure. Let's just state your place in the community. You say you about business and you standing on business, then let's see. Show and proof. You can post pictures of your dogs in the chat. All you got to do is hit this link that's in the bio and let everybody know. And then fill out the details. It's very simple. You don't have to have. All you can use your cell phone. That's what I'm working with on my cell phone. I'm in the shop right now, y'all, ladies and gentlemen. But listen, I wanted to be here. I'm doing my best that I can. Got some things working behind the scenes, major things working behind the scenes. We got this big dog show coming up with that's featuring all dogs for the first time in the history. We're gonna have this Alpha Dog Showdown, and we including all showcasing primarily Molosser breeds, Mastiff breeds, and it's coming up September 21st. So this major going on. You thinking about giving away a booth, right? Thinking about giving away a booth maybe at the end of the show or something. So some kind of way we could do that. I have to talk to my peoples and see what they were saying, what they how they feel about that.
Right.
Did I do this right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Oh, well, the heavy hitters are here. Roman
Uh-oh.
Christ in the house. There goes
What's
Dre.
up, players? What's up,
Up
gentlemen?
around.
Thank you for joining. Thank you for coming in. Much love,
Guys,
peace, and
forgive me.
blessings. Peace and
Hello?
blessings.
Hello?
Yep, we can hear you.
Hello. Okay, awesome. Sorry, guys.
Oh, good.
I'm
Oh,
just getting
no.
off the farm.
Okay. Let's start with Roman.
Yes, sir.
Roman, tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
My name's Roman A. Price. I'm from Fayetteville, North Carolina. I breed South African Boerboels. I've been breeding Boerboels since 2018. Before that, prior, I was 15 years. For 15 years, I bred boxers. Never at this level. So it's like a brand new situation for me, but I'm all in, man. I love these dogs, and my angle is I want to breed correct, healthy, proper temperament, health, and conformation, and it takes a lot to do that. But I enjoy it.
Cool. Yeah, Roman sent me some videos of his dogs, man. I was like, holy. They some working Boerboels, boy. I was like, golly. So yeah, I was
Oh yeah,
very impressed.
I'm
Yeah,
proud of my
buddy.
dogs, man.
I bet you are.
But buddies, you know who Mr. Price is. If you don't know, y'all, he's down in Fayetteville. Integrity Borebal Kennels is his kennel, and he got the dogs in the pack like it's
Yeah.
supposed to be. I'm
They
talking
running the pack.
about 10, 15 Boerboels, and I'm talking about they all moving as a unit. I love it. They killing
Yeah.
snakes. They killing, you know what I'm saying? It's like the way it's supposed to be. They killing coyotes. They
Yeah.
killing foxes. They killing all kind of stuff. Wrangling pigs. It's like a real. It's going down at Mr. Price.
They take down bulls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now I haven't met Dre though.
Yeah, me and Dre did a show together a few weeks back. Samurai Kennels. Come on here, Dre. Talk to the people, man. Your mic is on mute.
Yes, sir. What's going on, everybody, man? It's Dre from Samurai Kennels. Jordan, nice to meet you, brother, man, and nice to meet you as well, brother Roman.
Yes,
Thanks for
sir.
coming, Dre.
Nice meeting you also, sir.
Pleasure.
I'm also from the 910.
Yeah.
Yes,
I heard
sir.
that the other day. I said, "Oh man, that is awesome, bro."
Yes, sir.
Unfortunately, you're not with Boerboels, though. You know, hey, still much love for you.
Okay, what kind of dogs do you got? What kind of dogs you got? You ain't got no Boerboels. Oh,
Nah,
man, I thought he had Boerboels. I thought he had Boerboels, man. You ain't got a Boerboel. Oh man, what kind of dogs you got, though, brother? It's all
American
good.
Pit Bull
We love them
Terriers,
all.
man. Bulldogs.
Bulldogs.
Yeah,
Okay, he said Bulldogs. Hey, y'all, now listen, it's the difference when they say American Pit Bull Terrier. You got to pay attention because these guys have it mixed up sometimes. Sometimes guys be like, a brindle is a terrier. They don't, or blue nose, red nose. This man sound like he got some serious dogs. You said bulldog,
No.
not
Let
a
me
red.
correct you. American Pit Bull Terriers. But I refer to them as the old school
I like
bulldog
it.
term.
Right,
Yes, sir.
old school bulldog. That's a real dog man right there. That's real dog man language right there. When you hear them say that, bulldog. Right. That's a class of dogs right there, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, if you didn't
I
know.
just came through a show for love, man, and just we did our interview and everything. But long story short, my actual program is American Pit Bull Terriers, bred off of lines that were known to be exciter biters, Chinaman, Bolio, dogs that had the propensity to do more than just their traditional work. If you break in my house, they do God's work. And
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
and specializing in that. I've done Malinois, Dutch Shepherds, German Shepherds. My favorite thing to do is handle and decoy for actual like protection work. But basic obedience is what we offer to the public. I wouldn't train anybody's dog to bite. If you want your dog to bite, and you want to pay for me to show you how to show your dog to bite, cool. But I'm not. I won't do that for anybody, man. But that's what we specialize in as well. And then I'm glad I got you brothers here because I'm trying to get more of the Corso guys and the Boerboel guys and my uncle breeds AKC Akitas. But I'm trying to get these guys to come out for our online obedience challenges that we throw. And it's just basic stuff, man. Sit down, recall, bite on command, out on command, and then either loose leash walking or healing. Your advanced class has to do healing. Your rookie class or your lower level classes do loose leash walking, just to show that we don't just have these dogs, but we have them when we handling business with these dogs, man. All my shows
Okay, I'm with it.
cash prizes. All my shows are cash prizes, man.
Ooh, and he called putting money on the line. Y'all hear that, boy buddies? And he putting money on the line, boy buddies. What's going on? We can't. Well, you definitely got some interest there. Piqued my interest when you said posting it online because I would love to showcase what a Boerboel can do. I don't know how y'all feel, but hey, I'm looking for every opportunity I can to showcase what the Boerboels can. But I ain't gonna make it all about me though. With y'all, I'm just saying, but yeah, it's gonna be sweet though. That's a great opportunity, seriously though, for all involved, because it's something that's needed. It's something that's needed. Stop just posting these dogs and just showing these dogs standing there. Listen, you know what I'm saying? That's why I like when Mr. Price got his dogs jumping out the hole in the barn, 4-foot doors and stuff, jumping on top of trucks. I want to see a dog doing something. I love to see a dog running. You know what I'm saying? Basically, some obedience though. I like the idea of that though, man. I think that is something that's definitely needed. Let's showcase and let's start highlighting and giving people flowers that's actually doing stuff with their dogs, even if it is something as simple as basic obedience.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, mine need to learn obedience first because I'm afraid. I'm afraid if I take mine somewhere, they'll show out.
Maybe you got to take just one at a time, though. You got to break them down. You can't take them all. That's for sure. You can't.
Everywhere we go, we get put out.
Yeah, actually, man, Mr. Price, I'm gonna do his first interview coming up here soon. So we'll get to hear his journey, his story soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it, brother.
We got to set that date, though.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We got to make sure we do that. Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. So that's really, man. So what all kind of things are y'all going to be doing and measuring with your online competition?
So honestly, basically, or let me dial it back. All I wanted was I see a lot of people talking about dog training on the internet, right? I see a lot of people talking about it, but the art of doing it, when you say it's going to perform when it's supposed to perform, is that also out here on the West Coast, I don't have the clubs like I was involved with on the East Coast. So I wanted to create a way where I could get out there and, link with some brothers just like y'all doing right now. But instead of us just being on a panel, I got to, I throw a dog in the background and, have some brothers, your dog is foraging, you know what I'm saying? Your dog, ripping, man, and can you really take that smoke, because not to bring race into it, but I've noticed that some of the clubs I went to, man, I wasn't getting fairly judged, I think, And I was seeing the same thing with other dogs I was seeing with my dogs. So I wanted to create an opportunity in a space where there's no nepotism, ain't no favorites. Oh, he IPO shuts in 3, so he's gonna get favoritism or more points, on his healing and stuff. And
So
go ahead, bro.
my fault. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead, finish your statement.
Nah, that was it, man. I wanted to create a safe space for even new and upcoming trainers to get in there, and get some feedback from some good guys, man.
Yeah. So I think that's a great idea. So here's what I pose my question to you will be: how do we measure adequately and fairly dogs like the Corso, dogs like a game Pit Bull Terrier, dog like a Borbal, or and something like a Schutzen, because it's not the same type of work, and it ain't the same type of dog, and it ain't fair to try to measure and compare us against that same stick, because we're not designed to do that. That's not going to give us an opportunity to really excel, at the things that we're going to be really good at, like, power sports, or, the strength and I think that the capabilities. I don't know. That's how I feel. I don't think that, like you said, I'm not looking for my dog to be chasing down and hunting and looking and searching out blinds and knocking down predators. And I'm not looking for him to go on patrol. You feel me? And I'm not looking for him to bite. So I don't think that Schutzen is just a fair way to measure the board. But that's how I feel with my dogs. But I don't know. I can't speak for everybody. I know Mr. Price. What you say though?
As far as having the dogs tested, I don't see a problem with it. I know my dogs like to bite. They won't.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
I mean, I've got my last litter of puppies. Jordan, I told you about it. A man came to my farm. I told him don't get out of his vehicle until he talked to me. There, he came to the farm. He saw my sons playing with 11 little puppies. They was 14 puppies, man. They stopped what they were doing, playing with my sons, and went toward that man. And he left my farm looking like a runaway slave. They shredded his pants. They beat into him. I was like, oh my God. He put his money back in his pocket and left. Yeah.
I'll be laughing. I laugh, but you know what? It's really dangerous though, Mr. Price, because them dogs done got to be big dogs now, and it could be a potential dangerous threat. I wonder. I've been thinking, like, man, I'm glad that you got them the way that you do, though, being not trained to bite, not trained to attack. They just have their natural protective instincts.
That's right.
But I would be fearful. I would be incredibly scared if those dogs, like you say, have went through the attack training. You got 8, 9 dogs trained to attack, running in the pack. Is that appropriate? What you say,
Nope.
Mr. Mims? Now you a trainer.
Mr. Mill. Hey, this is a protection trainer.
Right. Come on now.
Tell you
Explain
what.
this to us. We got 9
Tell
20.
you,
Now,
I
before. Okay, go ahead.
if my dogs are out in the yard, I don't care what hits the yard. If it moves, it dies.
Yeah.
Period. Doesn't matter. And my grandkids come here, and my dogs will fire off on my grandkids. And if I don't watch them, they subject to be in trouble. But so I have to monitor that thing. But as far as a stranger coming on my property or coming around where my dogs are, they should know, but most people don't, because common sense isn't common to everybody.
Right.
That's the one thing.
So you got your grandkids and they so hold on, let me just stop you before you go further. I don't mean to interrupt you, but hold on, I'm gonna give you a chance. Let me just say
go
this.
ahead. Yeah.
Because you say you got your grandkids and they like pose a potential threat to the grandkids.
Not the dogs, the people.
Here's the spirit that I say that. My dogs are taught a bite is a bite. Doesn't matter who it is, where it is, when it is. A bite is a bite. Okay? So if my grandkids go out, I have to bring the dogs out and introduce them to them every time they come here.
Okay.
Then they know, okay, it's okay. Daddy say it's okay, then it's okay. But if I'm not in the picture to introduce them to anybody is a threat. And if you don't, in my opinion, the way I was taught, the way I just learned over time, if I don't tell them that it's okay, then everybody else is a problem. They're suspect. Yeah. I'll give it, bump it up even one more notch. Me and my wife first got together, and we used to, sit in the house and talk trash. And I said, keep on. I'm gonna go get the dog and bring him out and bring him in the house. And I used to have her crawling up on the couch. I'd fire him off on her on the couch. She'd be climbing the couch, and then I tell him, I say, okay, man, it's okay. Go and love on mama. And he'd go over there and he'd make her pet her and love on him. And then I take him back outside. And it was just a funny thing just to show her, because at the time we had just got together. And I just wanted to show her the versatility. Now, everybody can't train dogs like that. That's the bad thing. That's the bad thing about it. But that's how I was taught to train dogs. So if somebody's comes in my yard that ain't supposed to be there, they just gonna have a bad day, man. That's just the way that goes.
Well, that goes back to purpose, right? For like, what is the purpose of my program? So
yeah,
I get
exactly.
what Jordan's saying, and I get what you're saying.
So yeah, I wanted to talk about that a little bit more because it's a little interesting dynamics there. Because for me as a Boerboel owner, I'm looking for the dog to be sitting up with the fam and the kids, hanging out and just chilling. You know what I mean? Hanging in it, like sitting in the living room, and it don't sound like like I got kids running all around and everything with the dogs and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, I don't know. I don't want my dog to be, like looking. I can't have it. I would be.
Here's the balance as a trainer, Jordan, that comes in. And I'm not trying to insult you by any means.
Okay.
So what happens is when you train a dog at a certain level, the dog knows if I go out and get my personal dog now and I bring him in, he'd look at my wife as no problem because I'll tell him it's okay. So the dog learns to sit around here and all that stuff and just take it easy. And then if we go out in the front, I can give the leash to my wife, and then that dog will treat me as if he never saw me, doesn't know me. If I never fed him a day in his life. And then she turns him off, and then she walks over and gives me the leash back, and then I turn the dog around and aim it at her. So a bite is a bite. Doesn't matter who's holding the leash. But the problem then becomes, and where the fine line in training becomes, is once I put him in the kennel outside, she can't go out there and put the leash on him. So if something ever happens to me where I unexpectedly leave this world or something, they just gonna have to call the dog people and tell, hey, just come tranquilize them and take them and put them down. They're not gonna transfer over like that to nobody else.
Oh wow.
Just ain't gonna happen. So that's an old form of training called leash manipulation. Joe, I think I might have mentioned that to you before. The leash has to be transferred and the dog has to see the transfer. If the leash isn't transferred, then there's no transfer going on. So like me and Clyde, and that's where me and Clyde kind of have agree to disagree as gentlemen. So as a trainer, if I plan on keeping the dog for myself, then I train that dog totally different than I train a dog that I plan to sell or may have for sale down the road. So he gets a little different training. The dog that I plan on keeping forever that's going to stay here, he gets trained a different way. So that's how we're able to sell those dogs once they're fully trained. And some people just don't like that idea and they don't see it, but that's how it's done.
Right.
Matt, respect it.
Yes, sir.
Ghostface Kennel Club in the house. How you doing, brother?
Okay, Ghostface.
Oh yeah, what's up, y'all?
It's a lot of guys, right? It's a lot of guys that don't understand that principle, man, of a dog being able to, of being that balanced. It's not about a dog being messed up in the head. It's about a dog being balanced. So when you hear some trainers say, oh, I'm a balanced dog trainer, well, we're talking about two different balances. I'm talking about a balance that's in here in the dog's head, what's between his ears, balanced. And balanced to a degree where you can do that kind of training, because not every dog will take to that kind of training. Not every dog will understand that everything moves in the yard. If it moves, it dies. That's what I teach my puppies that. And I got videos where I tell 6-week-old puppies that kill it, kill it, kill it while they on the rock jug. Kill it, kill it, kill it. Because I want them from a young age to understand when dad said kill something, it has to die. If it moves, it dies.
Okay,
and we all just think different.
Hey,
You know, that's what separates us as trainers. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Wait, before you go off, Ghostface. Hey, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about your program, if you don't mind.
Who you talking about?
Ghostface.
Me?
Yeah, Ghostface Kennels. Introduce yourself,
So
man. Who are you?
I'm OJ Graves, the Ghostface Kennel Club. I'm out of Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland.
Yeah, yes, sir. You know, I'm over here breeding these cane corsos.
Yeah.
You know, on the big
Okay,
side.
so you from Cleveland? This is the east side or the west side?
I'm from the west side, the best side, man. You know what's going on,
okay, that say a lot right there. That tell you a whole
quality,
lot right
man.
there. He's into the finer
quality.
things.
You know, definitely in the game of learning a lot of stuff. You know, I ain't just a breeder. You know, I'm also a dog trainer as well. You know, I'm even tapped into the grooming game. You know, also into the raw food. You know, my boy Jordan, that's like big bro right there. You feel me? We tapped in. You know what I'm saying? We tapped in. You know, he got them Borbos. I got the Corsos. So we definitely got some things shaking with that though. But I wanted to let y'all know that I'm breeding straight quality. You know what I'm saying? Great temperament. You know what I'm saying? I do it for the love of the game. You know, I ain't in it for the money at all, for real. But people they pay for it. You know what I'm saying? They like what they see. You know, they drop their bag on it. You know what I'm saying? Every client that I got that's out here, out in the U.S., they happy. They excited. You know what I'm saying? Not once I got a customer to talk any negativity about it. You know, they love their pups. Their kids love them. I got the dogs that's on and off switch. You know what I'm saying? They love to bite. You know what I'm saying? They kick back and love to chill. You know? I'm also teaching my dogs, training on being service animals. You know, so that's the biggest thing that I do for companionships, for these people out here in the world. I taught my dogs things to do with my father when I was caregiving for him, and that was great though. You know, definitely it shows in the pups that the pups can do it as well. You know, I get great feedbacks from the clients that they speak on what these pups do. You know, all I could do is be grateful for it. So. But yeah,
So
man,
you got the same dogs doing service work as the same dogs doing bite work?
Say that one more time.
The same dogs doing service work or the same dogs doing bite work?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. So it's always gonna be a line of work. Elderly people. You know what I'm saying? They can't really do too much if they get attacked. You know, it ain't just.
Right.
What's the point of having a dog to be a service animal just to do certain tasks without able to protect? You know, that's one of the tasks that they need to learn. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, like my dogs, I taught them how to be able to catch my pops. You know, he was a forest. You know, I'll be on one side, the dog be on the other side. You know, anytime he collapse on their side, they hold their statue tight, just so it's enough strength for me to pick them back up. You know, and definitely did bite work with my dogs as well because he's on the opposite side, and it's like somebody coming from his side, he can strike. You know, me, he can even also strike in front of me as well. You know how that goes. So.
Gotcha.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, that's versatile. Thank you for the joining. We appreciate your company. And we was just discussing the protection training of the dogs. Mr. Mims was stating that he have dogs that's trained to kill, go, go, go. And that's if you didn't pit, I was just bringing you up to speed. If you is, since you just now joining us. And so, what are your thoughts and what's your position on that? I say that. Let me just say this real quick. I feel like a balanced dog, the perfect dog, is the dog like you said that can do that both. But I feel like with my position specifically to the Borbal is that it's unnecessary. So I don't think that I feel that Borbal can be protective and willing to bite without the protection and bite training. I think it's inappropriate for the Borbal. That's me. What's your thoughts and where you at?
I look at bite work as just a proper way of teaching a dog how to properly bite, when to do it and when not to do it. You know, by having a dog in the yard, anything it should know to be on go. You know, but at the same time, when you got humans coming into your yard, you definitely want your dog to be social, to be on point, to be on command to bite when you want it to be instead of just biting. You know what I'm saying? By just jumping in the yard, yeah, that's different. You know what I'm saying? As an intruder at that point, you know what I'm saying? There's not nobody that got welcomed in properly. So doing bite work is teaching your dog when it's okay and when it's not okay, especially say if you got kids coming in the house, in and out, you got dogs that be just quick to bite. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's like they wasn't taught that this was not okay or this was okay to do compared to when you taking them into class and they seeing that the kids is with them doing the bite work as well. Like, I'm protecting this person. So just like with Pluto, he gravitate towards kids. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna protect the kid when somebody try to do anything wrong to the kid, he gonna be on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, even without a command, he gonna be off rip, like, oh, I gotta protect this kid. I'm not alpha right now. I gotta, even with Pop not being right, I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, like, yard, I feel like it's all go when it's just a dog in the yard and some jump in the yard. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, do your thing. You know, as you supposed to do, protect the yard. But not getting, but introducing somebody in the yard and a dog attacked, then that's an issue. You know what I'm saying? That's something that you got to correct and you got to fix.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So if someone comes up unannounced,
did you hear that, Mr. Mims? Did you hear that, Mr. Mims? So yeah, he said.
I heard a little bit. It's kind of low. So
okay, well,
there's the gist of it. Is he saying that the dog shouldn't bite if somebody comes in the yard?
No, he said he was kind of like right in line with what you said. You know, it has to be trained. You train the dog to bite. You know, it has to teach the dog how to bite. If somebody come on the yard that ain't supposed to be there, it's a problem for them. You know, and
yeah, I don't want people to get it misunderstood that about when I mean if somebody comes in the yard, because if they come there, they're not supposed to be there, and they not should come unannounced. My grandkids come, they know not to go outside without me being present, so they're not going to just go crazy and go out the door and fool with the dogs. They know not to do that. But if anybody else comes there, then that's a different game, especially unannounced.
So let me ask you this, Mr. Mims. Are the dogs like friends? Do the kids go outside in the backyard and play with the dogs, though? Do they get a chance to do that?
If I'm out with them, I'll have them go out with them.
Right.
So I do exercises like this. So I'll take them out and I'll put the kid in the middle of the yard. I'll put my grandkid in the middle of the yard and I'll tell the dog to watch him. Like a guard the article type thing. Watch him. And the dog, like they haven't been to the house in months, but the dogs automatically know what that means. So just the dogs knowing when to bite, where to bite, how to bite, and certain words that I tell them, they know what that word means and what that situation entails for them to do.
So when you say watch
they
them,
go out,
mean
they can go out and play ball with them. They can go out, turn around and play ball with them. Throw the ball, they'll go get it, bring it back, drop it at their feet. Now, if I take a younger dog that just say I'm just getting going training, 7, 8 months old, and my oldest grandson is 15, and I'll put the puppy sleeve on him, and the dog automatically, now the game changes.
Right.
Dre, I know you got to go. We'll see you, Dre, whenever you got to.
Oh man, you got to go. I didn't know, man. Dang, I didn't know, man. Man, so you want to get anything that you want to say in parting, Drake?
Yeah, man, I want to say thank y'all, man. Ghostface, Roman, Mr. Mims, Joe, and you, Jordan. I got to do a yard tour video real quick, so that's why I got to shake. But I appreciate it, man, and I'll be back, man. I'm always in the chat and sharing the links, man.
Yeah, man, appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man. Hey,
God bless.
God bless, man. Miss you the best of everything.
All right, brother.
Yes, sir. So I don't know where a lot of you guys, how your area is set up or whatever, but I've never had an issue with somebody coming in the yard trying to take anything. And I don't think I never will have an issue because of the dogs. But I've heard of people having issues like that, or guys coming there sweet talking their dogs at the fence, taking dogs. There was a guy here years ago used to have a guard dog service. He would put out probably 40 dogs a night at different car lots, different businesses. And his problem was he wouldn't rotate the dogs. So the same dogs would be at the same places every night. I know a guy that must have stole 10 of that guy's dogs. He would go there, feed them through the fence, make friends with them. Over a couple of weeks, he'd go there, cut the fence, and take the dogs. And what the hell is that all about?
Right. So my whole thing
You
is
know?
like me and the dogs, we work as a team. Right. So when I hear the dog acting up, he got that certain tone, he let me know what something's going on, then I need to get active. Right. Because the dog is just a temporary obstacle to overcome for a real thief, for a real criminal. And knowing that, I know that I gotta be there to back the dog up. So I ain't gonna just leave my dog anywhere, because I done heard of dogs. I done had dogs shot before. I done heard of dogs being stabbed. You understand? I done had dogs poisoned and killed. You understand? So I feel like I just me where I'm at, and the level of security that my lifestyle require. You know, I feel like
I certainly understand that. Here's the difference in training and what people understand, what people, I guess, just the different demeanors of people or mentalities of people. So if I hear a bark, of course we all know that, and we all have dogs, so we know when a certain bark means a certain thing. I hear something, but I don't really see it. That's one bark. If I can look through the fence and see somebody walking like down the street, that's a different bark, because they're too close to the house. Somebody knocks on the door, my little chihuahua in the house, I can tell when somebody's at the door, if somebody's walking down the street, because their bark is different. But when my dogs are out in the yard and I rotate them out, sometimes I leave one out tonight, I leave another one out tonight, then I may not leave one out for a week. That way nobody never knows. But if the bark happens and I have enough confidence in what I've done with those dogs, I may get up, I may not. I may just sit there a minute and let him chew on his ass for a minute. You know? And then I'll go out and see what's left of him. If anything's left, you know.
right.
For one, he shouldn't have crossed the property line. So whatever his ass get, let him deal with it. You know.
So you talking mostly like
just
animals,
a different,
right?
It's just a different way of thinking. So your dogs have to be taught to fight a fight on their own.
So let me say this though real quick, because it's fresh on my mind. Whoever let 10 dogs come up missing is irresponsible, ladies and gentlemen. All my board buddies, make sure y'all know that the first time the dog came up missing, you're supposed to make a difference, do something different. 2 dogs come up missing, I can see that happen. 10 dogs that came up missing, you irresponsible, you need to get out the game.
Yeah, this guy would patrol. I'm not kidding, man. He had a lot of the used car lot dealerships sold up. He would go take the dogs out there, put them out, and then double back in the morning and pick them up. Couple of other businesses and stuff he had, kind of sold up like that. But the way he trained just was a real old fashioned. I think the man died in his 90s, but he was still trying to train dog at 70 something, 80. And his mobility was limited. He couldn't find nobody, and he didn't want to transfer the business to nobody else. And it became a problem. But with that being said,
they was probably doing the dogs a favor. That was probably the rescue or the police. For real. If it was like that, if he wasn't able to take care of the dogs, it probably was a rescue or the police. They'll do that too. And you'll think somebody keeps stealing my dog. And it's the dang on
supposedly guard dogs at that. Yeah, man.
Yeah, there's no way they're supposed to come up missing.
He had some nice Rottweilers, but they were and it's that old method. And I used to help the guy at one time for about 2 weeks. So what his theory was, he gave me weirdest thing. He gave me a piece of hose pipe about 3 foot, 2.5 feet long, filled with concrete in that hose pipe. He put the dogs in the corner of the yard and he says, go over there and hit that dog with that hose pipe Either one or two things going to happen. When he bark at you, you turn around and run off, or he's going to turn around, turn over and piss on himself, one or the other. I said, dude, that's not the way you do this. And he said, that's what we're going to do. I'm just paying you to do it. I'm not paying you to think about it. I said, you know what? You're absolutely right. I was charging that son of a bitch $150 an hour, dude. So after about the fourth session I done with him, then that was enough for me to realize that he wasn't going to change and I couldn't hip him to nothing new. I go over and the dog bark, I turn around to run off, and I look back at him and he's about to fall over on his face, and that dog's about a half a foot away from my back. And I told him that's it. I walked out there, I told him, man, you need to give this up. And I walked off. So all he was creating was fear mongers. You know, they were just fear dogs, fear biters. You know, they had no substance in their training. They had nothing, no foundation or nothing. So it was either fight or flight. That's all that dogs was. And he didn't teach them how to fight the correct way.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys, in my opinion, when you put a dog on the table, you're kind of creating the same situation when you do table work. So some people do table work to make a dog bite and to have him turn on the bite. And some people put him on the table to turn the dog up a notch or two. Now, I can understand turning them up by putting them on the table. But you're kind of teetering along that make or break thing really with a lot of them, you know?
So Mr. Mims, I just want to ask, all right, I ain't gonna get there. I ain't gonna ask you this right now, but I do want to know how many times have you had a dog to have to bite a person?
Oh, over the probably 40-something years I've been doing it, probably 20, 25 times.
Damn.
Wow. Hold on. I'm saying.
Wait, you done muted out. Can y'all hear him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have blew.
Yeah, you went out a little bit.
You saying my personal dogs or dogs I've sold that I know about?
No, like somebody. How many kills you got?
How many what?
Kills.
I mean,
how many kills you got, Mr. Mims? I know you got a couple bodies.
I'm trying to understand. You're asking me my personal dogs or dogs I've sold?
Yeah, how many bodies you got, man? Come on.
Hey, this ain't Vlad TV. You know, police ass podcast. Oh God, y'all are funny.
Yeah, about 25. Check this out, Jordan. Check this out. This will get you to laugh even more so. My dogs target the face.
Ooh.
Yeah,
okay? My dogs target the face. My dogs don't target the arm, the leg. Of course, they'll take what they can get. But I like a dog that targets the face. And I like a dog that'll bite you wherever he can get you. And if he doesn't like that one spot, he'll find another sweet spot to bite you in. So when we look at that and I ask people, why do the dogs stay in one position on a bite? Or when they... Okay, why do the dogs stay in the one position? I don't want a dog to stay in one position. I want my dog to bite you in as many places and as many times as he can get you.
Yup, that's cool.
You understand?
Hey,
that makes sense to you, Jordan?
I mean, so how much medical payments have you had to pay? I'm just saying. I mean, I had one dog that bit my cousin, right? It was on my cousin's house. He came over there. She was some kind of way she went too close, my dog got bit. And it was like $80,000. They sued my cousin. She had to get skin grafted from her butt to her thigh.
Here's the problem. All my bites have been justified, have been in the right way. So 25 seems like a lot. You're saying 80,000 for one bite. That's your issue. Maybe the bite didn't sound like it was right. My bites were right.
No, it wasn't my issue. No, it wasn't my issue. It was my cousin dog. But I'm just saying, it just was one thing that I know of incident where a dog bit a person. It was 80,000. This insurance company sued the homeowner or whatever. But I just know that was a Boerboel, can't be Boerboel. I done paid off some small bites like $40 here, $30. Neighborhood bites,
Them
13. I had.
crackhead bites.
Uh-huh.
It was enough for me though to learn.
Yeah, that's all right.
That was enough for me to learn. I had little neighborhood bites. Nothing too
Yeah,
serious.
I've had those neighborhood bites. I've had a bite where I had a matter of fact, it was a client of mine's dog. I'm over in the neighborhood where I grew up at. I got the dog across the field, probably 60, 70 yards away. So this guy comes up and he's, oh, I'm from California. I train dog. Whose dog is that? Say, man, don't worry about the dog. We over here talking to dogs in the downstate, just chilling in the shade. So he's, oh, I bet y'all can go touch that dog, just popping off at the mouth, trying to poop or point to me, and he can't me, So I get the dog. I take the dog back. I'm walking back to the truck. The guy reaches out to touch me as I'm walking back. The dog
Lord.
senses something going on, and as the dog looked back, the dog jumps up and bit him right in the crack of his arm. Joe, I'll send you the picture.
Okay.
Nicked the artery. Guy almost bled out. I mean, opened him up real good. And I told the guy, you did that, dude. You came on me. I'm walking away from you. Not yet. So when the ambulance, we had to call the ambulance for him and shit. And when they wheeling him on there, I hear him trying to ask him what happened. He said, he looked at me, winked his eye, and he says, oh, it was some stray dog that was out here. I was trying to catch him and the dog bit me. He gets in the ambulance and go on about his business. Justifiable bite? Could have been. They probably would have took the dog, checked him, see what was going on. He was clean, all his shots. He's up to date on everything. That would have been that. But stuff like that counts as a bite. That was my personal area. The dog and the guy invaded my personal space. He got bit justifiably. That counts as a bite.
Yeah. It ain't nothing to play with.
They're not
These
nothing.
dogs.
And the dog defended within that 6-foot radius. That here in Louisiana, that's how our law is written. A 6-foot radius is my personal space. You invade that, you'll have to get bit, dude. And I don't care where my dog bites you. He can bite you under the bottom of your damn foot. Just put your teeth in his ass. Put your teeth in it.
Now, you got the mostly the Malinois though, right?
Yeah, I have Malinois, but I've been doing nails, man, for 27 years. But I'm doing Malinois to the forefront in Louisiana.
You done muffled out.
You muffled out. You got your hand on your phone, Mike?
No.
You say it again?
I said I brought the Malinois to the forefront for people here in Louisiana because when I started breeding them 27 years ago, the only people that knew what they were here were law enforcement or ex-military guys.
You do bite work out there?
Huh?
Yeah.
You do bite work in Louisiana?
Oh yeah. Been doing it.
See, I got
some dogs out there. I got some puppies out there.
Oh yeah, I've been doing it, man, out here for many, a long time, man. But it's just hard now to find somebody to do helper work. So that's the problem I've been running into for the last. Yeah, get off of this.
You talk about an agitator?
Yeah, agitator. Yeah.
Somebody that'll let your dogs bite them.
Yeah, and know how to agitate though. It's an art to the agitation too, because you know what, you can actually
it's an art to it. You just don't let you don't just let anybody get in front of your dog, man. Because when I train dogs, I see my dogs are going to police departments, especially dogs that I breed because I know they'll hold up to whatever's thrown at them. So I train them to just destroy.
You kind of.
And everybody don't think like me. Everybody don't. Everybody don't look at dog training the same. You know, I look at it like, yeah, right here. Like Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson says when he boxes, he tries to push somebody's nose up into their brain. You know, well, when I train a dog to bite, we ain't just biting to play, man. We biting to destroy something. You know, I don't want them to leave there the same way they came there. Right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Louisiana sound like the wild wild west, man. Sound like it's really going down there. It sound like
Parsons Crump. Yeah, yeah.
it sound like yeah, right, straight up. He must be in the know ya. He must be in it.
So if you don't teach the dogs to do that, then would they not bite?
Most good bred Malinois will bite if they're bred correctly, but will they bite with the intentions that I'm looking for? Some very few of them will. The police departments that I sell to, the other trainers that I sell to that sell to bigger departments, they only accept a certain dog that's go around the loop. That's doing certain things, that's biting a certain way. They play the games that they're looking for. They only play those games a certain way. So that's what separates good trainers, average trainers, good breeders, average breeders. When we breed and we train for a certain thing, even I just took a dog to Ohio. He was 5 months old. But shit, the first guy I sold him to, he brought him back. He bit him 6 times at 5 months old. You know, so that, and the guy was the department that guy worked with. They told him that, oh, if you get a dog and you can get the dog certified, that we'll take over everything. Once the dog's certified, you can work the dog on the street. Well, I sold him the pup. We were going to train the dog up for dual purpose. So did the dog have the foundation of what was needed to be a bite dog? Hell yeah, it's obvious. He bit the guy 5 or 6 times. But when they flaked out on him, I got the dog back. I took the dog up to Ohio, and the dog's doing well in his training. He'll probably hit the street when he's about 15, 16 months old. He'll be on the streets of Ohio. So genetically, that dog was put together different. His foundation was different. His foundation was different. All of a sudden, I sound different.
Oh, no.
But that dog he's just a different dog. That dog, even the foundation that I put in.
Hey, Ghostface.
Yeah, mute your thing, Ghostface.
Yeah, mute your. Oh, there we
I
go.
don't know. I got a lot of echo.
Yeah, Ghostface had his
Sounds different now. It's back to normal. Sounds like Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Hey, guys,
it's just.
hold on 1 second, Mr. Mims. I'm sorry. For you guys that just tuned in, this is a meet and greet. You can come in, talk about your program. If you're a breeder, trainer, whatever. I'm sorry, Mr.
Yeah.
Mims.
Yeah, this dog talk whatever.
I'm about to slide out though, y'all.
Okay, I appreciate you, Ghostface. Thank you for introducing yourself.
Yeah, it was definitely nice meeting y'all, man. I'll be back on soon, man.
Yes, sir,
Okay.
man. Yes, sir, man.
All right, bro. Peace.
Okay. All right, Mr. Mims. Floor is yours.
Yeah, I don't mean to take over the talk so much, man.
No,
but
no, you got
I'm
some
so
good points.
passionate.
I like what you're saying.
Well, Jordan always starting stuff.
No, it's good, man. I'm so passionate about it. Jordan, you have Boerboels, right?
Yeah.
So
it's different, though. I just want to highlight it is major differences. And I ain't disagreeing or saying that you wrong in the way that you feel about your dogs or nothing. You know, I respect it because it's a place and a time for that, right? And it's a need for that. And it's people out there that got dogs for you in that role. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. Like you said, I know you sound, I can hear it in your voice. You happy with your dog. And they do what they supposed to do, Mr. Mims. Mad respect for you. So I want to make sure that's on the record.
Understandable. So here, Jordan, if I take a Boerboel and I put a Boerboel on narcotics odor, right? And I make him do bite work, he may be slow at the narcotics work and not as fast as, of course, not even close as fast as a Malinois or Shepherd, but he'll serve a purpose, right? So if I show a Boerboel in a different light, does that make me a better trainer than somebody else?
If
No,
you show a
not
board one a
necessarily.
different, so I mean that it depends on the dog. It's independent. Every dog, there's always going to be exceptions to the rule, right? So if you're able
Yeah,
to accomplish some things,
exactly.
right,
That
and you,
that
you get the right dog and put the right dog in the right situation, then yeah,
yeah.
you know
So
that's what
check
it's
this
going to
out.
take.
Stuff I used to, this is things I do even to this day. Stuff I started doing, I don't know, 10 years ago. I would sacrifice litters because I would hear people say certain things. I would hear people say the dog has to be raised like this, the dog has to be raised like this, or this dog can't do this. I took a litter of Corsos and I did scent work. I got a female at the house now, Corso. You can't hide dope from her. I don't care where you hide it, where you put it at. Her bite work is zero, zilch for bite work, but her nose work is phenomenal. Corso's unknown for nose work, but I sacrificed that litter just to see. I didn't do any bite work with them. I wanted to do scent work with them to see. With Malinois, I did the same thing. Some dog, and I mean when I say different things, like I would breed a litter of Malinois. I wouldn't give them shots until the day they left my house, just to see if I can get away with it, what the harm in it, what's the good in it, what's the bad in it. So when people say different things about dogs, or you have to do things at a certain age with certain dogs, should some people believe by a certain age the dog should be doing certain things in Schutzen to get them ready for Schutzen? Can you get away with it? Of course you can. Can you get away with certain things with any breed? Of course you can. Can you go against the genetic makeup of dogs? Of course you can. I did it with different breeds, different dogs. I trained a standard poodle for a guy 27 years ago, 28 years ago in New Orleans. Standard poodle, eat your ass from your ass to your appetite. Standard poodle. Who would think that? You know, Labrador, I've trained labs to do bite work. And they would do bite work better than some shepherds would, you know. So you know, when people talk about training and they're master trainers, like Joe, you know who I'm talking about when I say that, a master trainer. Are you a master trainer of what? If you're a master trainer, I don't see that guy doing a lot of scent work. I don't see him doing tracking work. I don't see him doing trailing work. I don't see him doing a lot of stuff, but he's a master trainer. Master trainer of what? And you only see him working with maybe one or two breeds of dogs. When you can master it, you can train any breed of dog. And there's a lot of facets. There's too many facets of training for somebody to call themselves a master trainer, but they never specify what they're master in. You know, and I got a problem with that, man. That's where me and CT, we call some of these jokers out at, man. You know, yeah, you go blow that smoke up somebody else's ass, because I'm gonna tell them, I'm gonna tell the world, I'm gonna leave this world trying to educate people on all the bull crap that's going on out there in this world, and the hype that these people are doing, the seminars that these guys doing now. They're doing the seminars, and dogs are leaving there more confused than when they went to the seminar.
Yeah.
How in the hell how does
believe it.
that work? You know, they go there and they push their ideas off on these people, and then they leave them hanging. You know, I don't get that, man. I ain't in this world. I like to go to sleep at night and sleep without having that headache, thinking I done screwed somebody over on some training like that. It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. So they go to these seminars. How much do they normally pay for going to seminars and stuff like that?
$250, $300 a piece.
Yeah.
You know, I've never done a seminar. I'd just rather work a deal out with somebody to come up and spend the weekend with them, and spend a couple of weekends with them. You know, come back, go back a couple of weeks, let them work on it, go back another couple of weeks. You know, Joe, don't be
Guys, I got a
surprised
question.
I call you one weekend and say, Joe, what you got this weekend? Me and my wife driving up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. So it's what we look for as trainers and different people in different areas. Like you said, it just depends on what people look for, what their aim is, what their goal is, what the end result of what they're training to be. You know, of course, a protection dog, the first thing the dog should be is what's the word I'm looking for, Joe, to stop something before it happens.
Prevention.
Prevention. That's what we're looking for. The first thing to do. And most people that's trying to do something wrong, if they hear a dog barking in your yard, they'll go next door before they come to your house.
Right. So it's
But
possible one day we might get 15, 20 dudes. We say, Mr.
Yeah.
Mills, we're gonna bring Mr. Mills to Ohio. We do our own little workshop deal.
yeah, do something. Yeah, and we all and you know what else? A lot of people problem is, Joe. Nobody wants to check their ego at the door.
Right. It's nothing wrong. Right. Everybody want to try to. That's a big part of dogs in general that I have learned though,
Yeah,
because a lot of these terms that we use to describe dogs is about measuring or establishing value. Right? They come from say my dog is able to accomplish more so than yours. Because if you think about it, really a lot of the stuff is that you're saying is sport competition, shut sun and stuff, protection work, right? A lot of that's competition is, and when you stay in the training, you know, eventually it gets to some level of service, but that's not that's a small percentage of dogs, right? And each dog have a role, each dog have a purpose, and then for that particular breed, they doing exactly what they designed to do, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. Right?
yeah, agreed. And I could go, man. I used to go to uh, duck dogs. They would have a duck dog competition. I'd go out there because there's something I can see that I'll learn at a duck dog competition.
Mm-hmm.
I go to the fly ball, to the dock diving competition. There was an old guy. It was about 40 miles from me. I went out there, and the best thing I learned from him, when they out working one dog, all the other dogs have to be quiet. They can't make any noise. And one of the couple of the labs they had tied out while they working one of the other dogs, that man went over there with that goddamn cattle prod, man, and burnt them dogs' ass once or twice, dude. And that's all it took. So I'm sitting there and I'm watching this, and this about 30 years ago. So I said, well, damn, cattle prod to keep a dog ass quiet like that? On my way home, I stopped at the feed store and bought me a cattle prod. And I didn't hit my dogs. I'd go out and let it touch the gate. Tat, 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 you know, to make the noise off the gate. And they'd say, whoa, wait a minute. And the dogs bag up in the kennel. So now, and over time, what happened, I just put it out the door when they barking too much sometimes. They all see that cattle prod stick out the door. Everybody go in their doghouse and they shut up. I learned that lesson from somebody with duck dogs, you know? So I'll go to any show, man. Me and my wife, we used to travel years ago all the time just to support people that we talk to, that we meet. You know, we go there, spend the weekend. Jordan, if you had something, tell my wife, hey, let's load up. He ain't but however many hours away. We come out there to support you, and I ain't just met you over here on this talking to Joe. You know?
Right,
Different people.
no doubt. That's how we got to do for sure.
Yeah,
That's why
and check
we
the ego. And
can't be
I
trying
go to these
Yeah, you
places.
got to check that ego. You got to let people be
Got to,
free to
man.
do themselves and be who they are. And ain't nothing wrong with what you saying, what you're doing. It's just different. You know, we can
It's
be
just
different, and we ain't right. You like your dog the way that it is, and that's cool, man. I respect it. You know, it's different for the Boerboel. I just want to make sure that Boerboel people understand. A lot of times, the best dog, if you want to get something for protection, is going to be a dog like a Malinois, right? That's what I say, because
Well, here's
better
the
suited.
problem with that, Jordan. A good Malinois is too much for the average person anyway. The best
Right.
dog and I tell people this all the time. They say, what's the best dog for protection? The one that make that son of a bitch change his mind by coming to your house.
Exactly.
It could be any dog. It could be a mixed breed. It could be anything. If the dog barks and make that son of a bitch go next door to your neighbor's house, I hate to say it and make it sound like that, but go over there and steal some shit. Don't come over here and steal nothing. You know,
Right. Go
that
ahead
dog,
on.
it could be a mutt, it could be a poodle, it could be whatever. You know, everybody come to my house. My chihuahua was trying to scratch the door down. I opened the door and then she said to fucking lick him to death. You know, but they hear that noise. Yeah. They up. That's too much. It's waking the owners up. We going next door. You know, so I go
Yeah.
to some guys, and I went out to California. We moved out there for a while, and 4 or 5 guys invited me. But when I got there, only one guy came through that gave me directions to his place. White guy, Gary Frank, great guy. Enjoyed the time. Went out to his place 4 or 5 times. And I went out there and didn't say nothing, acted if I was dumb and couldn't talk and didn't have nothing to say. It's not my job to come out there. You know, very few trainers are willing to accept you or have you come out to their club or their training site, especially when they have their clients there. You know, because most they don't want you to see what they're doing or if they're doing something that you may not agree with or whatever the case. But he was open, man. Hey, man, come on in. And I still talk to Gary to this day. That was 8 years ago or so. You know, we agree to disagree on some stuff I might post. I see him post something, and I don't go online and post something on somebody's comments. I'll call them and we'll talk about it, because when I talk to you, then I can have a better understanding of it. You know, than posting something trying to make myself look good. Oh, Mims think he knows everything. No, Mims know what he know, and can't nobody take it. But if I see something Jordan post, if I see something Joe post, I'll call Joe. Hey, Joe, what you did this, and we'll talk about it. And we should be men enough to say, hey, man, let's just agree to disagree on that.
You're right about that. You're right. Ooh, you're right about that. You know what I'm saying?
And that's where a lot of people have problems at, man. And
Right. They think that means that you right or you right, and I'm saying I'm wrong. No, it's not. It's not. It's just saying we different and we got different opinion and we still think of things different. We come from different economies or geographical locations, and that require us to think different ways.
But
So
it keep you sharp too, though, Jordan. You know, because you might not think about it on an angle that I might have did, or I might not have thought about it on an angle you might have done. Because I've seen people on this show that might have thought one way, and it'll be discussed. Next time they came around, they had a little bit of they kind of like fixed their thought process. That's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, either it is or it ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear it though. You know what I mean? I definitely want to hear it.
Guys, I got one thing I want to say. Now, a Boerboel was bred to protect naturally.
Right.
And that's why I chose this breed. But so in the African bush, this dog was to be able to spot any threat, whether it's an animal or a human, and to be able to know how to deal with it. But obviously, they pack dogs. They work in packs. So any threat that that come their way, they work together in unison to deal with it. Like I would hate to see my dogs attack a human because I know it's going to be something very ugly. I've seen my dogs rip the back straps out of hogs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen him take the head off a hog, and you know. I know the boldest ones will bite the hog in the head and hold him, and they do that for a reason to protect the other ones from getting ripped open with the tusk by the tusk. And then one will go behind and bite into the hocks, but they crushing bone, so they disabling that hog. They purposely disabling that hog so they can take him down. And I never trained them that. You know what I'm saying? They were never taught that. You know but it's in them. They know how to do it. And then somebody to get up front and bite into the left of the chest at the front of the animal, and there they rip it open the artery for it to bleed out. Yeah, they do it naturally.
Yeah. So
That's a powerful bite.
like Jordan mentioned earlier, like Malinois. So Malinois know how to bite if they're bred correctly. Yeah, they know how to bite, but they have to be taught when to bite. For a lot of people, they like a dog to target. I don't want my dog to target. If you give my dog your foot, he'll take your foot, of course. But he's looking to hear. Well, Joe, that's one of those things I hold, Joe. You know,
do your thing. Do your thing.
He's looking to bite something that make you holler for $1 kind of thing. You know, some people ask why dogs bite in certain spots or why they don't bite certain whatever. There's certain sweet spot all dogs like. They want to hear a certain thing. Malinois bite, but they have to learn to bite and then take pressure while they're biting. And some people want to put so much pressure on those dogs so early, they'll ruin a good dog, a dog with potential, a dog that has excellent, but they'll ruin them. Then there's some dogs you can't shut down their drive and their bite drive because it's just genetically is there so much you'd have to kill them to shut them down. You know, and I'm pretty sure that's with every breed. But those are the dogs that I like, the dogs that's hard to shut down, the dogs that just want to go, 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 go. The more you fight, the more they want to fight, you know. So when I train a dog, I know the situation that I'm putting in. I got dogs that's in family environments, but those dogs are balanced so well that they're just not going to go crazy and just bite somebody. The situation, it's a situational type bite that has the situation has to present itself like this in order for that dog to bite. So I video all my sessions. So if something happens, Jordan, and somebody say, well, Mims, and I'm not just, picking, I'm just explaining some of my system. So if somebody, if it comes into question, I sell a dog to somebody, which here in Louisiana, once I sell a dog to somebody, they take on all the responsibility when they leave me. They can't come back and sue me. They have to go after the owner. But what protects the owner is all the video that I got to say, look, this dog was trained for a year or however long it takes me to get him to the point where he's finished. Here's the video to show how stable this dog is, how balanced this dog is, and this dog isn't a loose cannon. He's just not going to go ape shit and bite somebody. Unless the situation says he's in the yard and somebody jumps the fence. That situation says bite. You know what I mean? If I take my dog out walking and you come within that 6 foot space, I'm going to try to get away from you. Hey, man, go ahead. My dog will bite. Go ahead. And you rush up in on that 6 feet where you got a problem, dude. It's just the way that goes, So we all look at things a little different. And can any dog be taught that? In my professional opinion, yes, because I did it with several breeds to train them to be balanced. Even if a dog wasn't known to be a man biter, I made them into it. But they were so balanced that you couldn't tell the difference if it was. I don't want you to know my dog's a protection dog until it's too late for you. Just my personal preference. By the time you realize it's too late, he can bust your ass by 5 or 6 chip bites, So that's just my beliefs, man. And
Yeah.
I don't train. And I don't see where it benefits dogs like a lot of these guys do. They throw the dogs up on the wall. They flanking the dog. They got all these cans and swimming pools and all this other shit dropping on the dog. Any of my police buddies that I talk to, that has never happened with a dog bite. Never. The guy's usually running, hiding under a house, hiding under a trailer, hiding in a warehouse or something. You may knock a box or two over on them or something, but for the most part, that's a prey, defense, and fight bite. That's what that is.
Yeah. Welcome, brother Jihad. Welcome.
All right, how you brothers
What's
doing,
going
man?
on?
How's it going, man?
Yeah, what's going on, brother?
I'm always honored to be able to chime in with you brothers, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a blessing, man. It's an honor. It's a privilege.
Oh yeah.
For you to have you on the show.
Man, I don't know what y'all been talking about, but I got 3 calls, man. Say, hey man, where you at? Them brothers on there, they lit.
Oh yeah.
Let me go check them out. Let me go check them out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. We just kicking it back and forth, talking about dogs protected, talking about dogs training, and then just giving our thoughts and positions, talking about the individual breeds, and then I did identify some real life protection dogs, defining what it means and breaking it down.
Yeah. You know, one thing I can't understand with this, with a lot of these different breeds, a lot of these guys that's kind of new to this stuff. If I buy a dog from Jordan or one of you guys, and you said, "Hey man, this dog is good for personal protection," and I don't do anything with him, I just take the dog home and put him in the kennel.
Right.
I can't blame you guys for that. I blame myself for it because I didn't do nothing with him. I didn't expose the dog to nothing. I didn't work the dog. But there's a lot of people that do that, man. They buy dogs and then they don't do shit with them, or they take them to Mickey Mouse ass dog trainers that fuck the dog up, and then first thing they want to do. Oh man, Mims sold me a bad dog, or Joe sold me a bad dog. Jordan, no, that son bitch when he left here, his ass was full of fire and spitting vinegar. Now you got him home, you didn't do nothing with him, or you shut him down some kind of way. You take him to some of these heavy-handed ass trainers that fuck a dog up, then that's your issue, you know. And nobody wants to take credibility when it comes to stuff like that, you know. And I got a problem with that, man. You know.
Yep.
So, Mr. Mims, you think his dog will lose his ability to protect if he don't do anything with them?
For some of them, it has to be stimulated in a lot of dogs.
Hold on, I can't hear it.
It has to be stimulated in a lot of dogs to do certain things or to be real good at it. And I'll give you a prime example. I've taken Malinois that the people didn't do nothing with them. Of course, they didn't know nothing about it, about working the dog. They just see the fad going on and they want a Malinois. So they go buy one from Joe Blow that just breed Malinois. So there's nothing stimulated in the dog. Just say the dog's 7-8 months and they call me up to come evaluate the dog. And it's the way that I move that, and not just me, other trainers do the same thing. It's the way we present that game to them to say, that dog will say, oh, I like that. That's what it's all about. Then the genetics kick in. But if they do nothing with it, that stuff never comes to the forefront.
Wow, that would be concerning for me, because I mean, if the dog was bred to do a certain job, I would expect to see some desire in that dog to want to do that job.
It may be there, but if they don't see it, they don't do it. They don't know that it could be there. And I understand the question. It could be there to a certain degree, but reaching its full potential, it won't reach it. Some of them are average potential. And that's not just with those dogs. That's with a lot of them. You take a hunting dog. He doesn't know a lot about going out and get that. And then he see it a couple of times, like monkey see, monkey do, you know? So you know why, like a lot of guys, you take dogs out and they got dogs tied out on a fence and they're working one dog over here. So the reason they got those dogs on the fence, let him see what this one doing and they gonna want to do it.
Okay.
So they're stimulating that certain drives in that dog to make him want to do this, you know?
Brother, like I was saying earlier, I got puppies a couple months ago. We were out, my boys swimming in the creek on our farm, and it was a snake moving toward my boys. Well, one of my puppies saw that snake moving toward my boys. He went and got that snake, bit him, and killed him. You know what I'm saying? He shook him to, then everybody jumped in and started pulling at it. But the fact that that puppy saw that as a threat immediately, you know what I'm saying? He never been taught anything. But,
yeah.
And like they protected my son when that man came to my farm, got out of his vehicle. They never been taught anything, but the fact that man didn't belong there, they went at him.
What happened, and I'm just taking an educated guess, the snake swimming represents prey. And the dog says, wait a minute, I'm going over here. That stimulated something in that dog to want to go over there to get it.
Yeah.
The guy coming up to the house, it stimulated it just something.
Yeah.
It just stimulated something in it.
Yeah.
You know, to make him want to do it, you know?
Yeah.
So when I train scent dogs, some puppies that I train, they have no hunt drive. They don't want to hunt. But I'll take a certain kind of dog food and I'll hide it. And I know they're going to get hooked on that particular dog food. I just know it. I'm a dog that won't. And then I'll play hide and seek with that dog food. So I'm building up his hunt drive because he's hunting for the food. Then I associate whatever I want him to find with that dog food. And then that's how I stimulate that game, you know? So some stuff just needs to be stimulated. Some dogs, it don't take much. Some it takes a little more than others.
Okay.
You know? So that just kind of one of those things. Every dog they got certain things in them. You just got to stimulate them a little bit. I'll give you a good example. When we were young men, when we started cutting something, that stimulated us to start cutting. That's all we had. Our nose was wide open, wasn't it?
Yeah, wide open. Yeah, no doubt about it.
Ass open. And with some dogs, that's all it takes, just a sniff. Your buddy go cut something, and he come back and he run back to down the street to you, say, "Hey Joe, look, smell my finger."
Yeah, you climbing all out the window. You climbing out the window. I already know if her daddy catches, it's a bad day. But you willing to climb in that window too?
So with them dogs, you just got to find out what stimulates them. Like some dogs, they like to retrieve a Kong. They won't retrieve a bag or a little bumper toy or something, you know. So you have to find out what they like, what stimulates them, and then that's what you zone in on, you know. So, but you know, it's just learning different stuff. Different people got different techniques that can work on different dogs and all that different stuff, you know. So I've tried it all. I've done a lot of different things with different dogs to see the different results. And if it don't work, hey, I ain't got no problem saying it, you know, admitting that it didn't work, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Jihad, what's in your world, brother?
Well, what I would like to say, brother, is, you know, once again, you're talking about environmental factors. There are certain things that are there genetically, and then there are certain things that are environmental, and they can the genetic and the environmental can feed off each other. If you put a dog up somewhere and there's a lack of stimulation, you're gonna probably have a weird ass dog. Number one. You know, even with these private fences, I see people put dogs in private fences, and that dog can't see nothing through that fence. He can hear, he can maybe stimulated through hearing, but he just seeing the same damn thing over and over again. And that's why when it comes down to pick of the litter, you ain't getting no pick of the litter from me, because I don't know what you finna do. I'm keeping the best for myself.
Yeah.
Because I mean, people take good dogs, really nice dogs, and they fuck them up.
Right.
And then you take somebody that's got that has a mediocre dog. If it's put in the right hand, you may see that dog a year from now, and you regret that you sold the dog because of what, not because of what the dog was when you gave it to him, but because of what they done did with the dog.
Yeah, people will ruin your dog.
Yeah.
Sure will. Yeah. I saw that I guess you told me, you said there was a lawsuit going on with that new CDC stuff.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and then I found it, and so yeah, it's still popping right now.
Yeah, I mean, you even got some people with disabilities that are taking their dogs across seas, and it's a blanket rule that even if the dog is a service dog, you're not gonna be able to bring that dog back without that special permit. And once again, it's up to 6 weeks to get that special permit taken care of. Now, you know, of course, things is gonna come into play where you're gonna have people across seas that can make moves and make it happen quicker than that, but you're gonna definitely have to have that permit. That's the issue.
But I think I talked to somebody today. They said it's only taking 2 days for it to get done, to get the permission. Because
that's gonna change the game then. Because
I guess it was hunters out of Canada complaining, and I don't know why people think like you know, they got this big ideal of the government. The government gets sued all the time,
right?
And even on contracts, people burn them on contracts, government contracting.
Right.
They get screwed over just like everybody else. Look at PPP. Everybody you know had 20 grand.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And they got a round of USDA money coming up. If you stand in a rural area, they probably finna get burnt on that.
Oh yeah. How I get it?
Yeah, right.
I'll tell you how to get it.
Right.
I'll let you know how to get it.
Yeah, I'm in the
Like
rural.
I need to take up some residence in the rural area.
Yeah.
I'm just a good old boy.
Right.
Never meaning no harm.
Hey, you know, if you need that tractor for your kennel, you know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I can use it.
Yeah.
I know what to do with it.
Well, gentlemen, I think it's a good
Joe, right quick. Check your text message right quick.
Okay. Oh wow. Ooh, Lord. Yeah. Show me that bike. Oh my God. Yeah.
That's what the Mims dogs do.
Gators, don't you?
That's what
Hey,
the
hey,
Mims.
let me say this, Joe.
Yes, sir.
You seem to be the hub of the piece, brother. I would really like to see all of us do something in the United States once or twice a year. It's enough people running through this tech channel for us to put something together.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. And it's growing, man. I'm talking about, man. Watch the next couple of weeks of the people who seeing it. They trying to divide it up already, but it's already too strong. They tried some stuff the last couple of weeks. Man, I done been through it all. Fake emails, everything. They tried some stuff the next couple of weeks, but the Westminster people see us now.
Right.
Have mercy.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you this.
That's awesome, brother.
If y'all decide to host and y'all decide to host in my city, I'll do what I can to get some of that advertising and promotion money.
Yeah.
So we can make it happen.
Right. Yeah.
What city?
I'm in Arkansas. I'm in Pine Bluff.
Okay.
But you know, everybody, most of these cities got an A&P commission, and if you bringing in 100 people or more from around the country, and you got any type of organization structure, you can go get that money, Doc. That money is for people that's bringing people into whatever city it is.
Oh, it's called what? Because you know we got the dog show
advertising and promotion.
Yeah, we got the dog show coming up in the September 21st in Hampton, Virginia. It's for all dogs. It's for big dogs. It's for all dogs. It's a major big dog show.
Man, send it to me so I can promote it on my channel, Jordan.
Now we got an AKC show coming
September
next month in Hot Springs, Arkansas. It's an all breed show.
Yeah.
And then in Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, September 6th, 7th, and 8th. If anybody got a Rockwellers, we doing the Rockwellers show in Nashville.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, yeah. You said September the 8th?
6th, 7th, and 8th. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
It's AKC.
No. That's a Urkel Seeger show for Rockwellers. But
you say you got a Seeger
AKC
show.
All Breed show is in September, and it's gonna be in Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Okay. I gotta come down. I got family down there. I got peoples down there. Joe down there. You in Arkansas too, right, Joe?
Man, you know it. Hey, boy, this is Little Rock, man.
Yeah.
Hey, now I have them hotel discounts popping back off in November. So if there's anything after November, we got a couple people need a hotel room. I got it.
Hey, Jordan, Doug said that's my city. I'll get a chance to meet Jordan.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
everybody, man. Yeah, we get a chance to finally connect. I get a chance to meet my brothers in the flesh. Yeah, and then my dude Brent Boyce is down there too.
Yeah.
Byron Brent.
Yeah,
down there.
So like I said, man, I'm gonna get in the next couple of weeks, I'm gonna do that interview with Mr. Roman up there in the corner. Jihad, he's an impressive brother too. I had to send you some stuff he sent me. She got some working Boerboels. But yeah, we're gonna interview him.
And Joe, I'm gonna say this while these brothers is on here. I know it's a lot. I know we throw a lot at you, but we need a national directory because I'm not a Malinois man. I'm not a Boerboel man. I'm not a American Pit Bull Terrier man. But I get calls for different breeds.
You do, yeah.
All the time. So if you could put something together, maybe just a book that we can renew every year. Charge the brothers $50 to put a little ad in there, so we'll know what ad, and we get these calls. We'll know who to send people to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if they coming on here and they talking and they know what they talking about, we want to make sure that if we doing referrals to the right people.
Right.
Exactly. Somebody that you could refer with confidence.
Yeah, great idea.
Yeah. We need to be able to, the economy is tight right now, and we need to be able to make that happen. We need to be able to see what we can do to network and work together on a national level. So no matter where a brother is at, if you're in Ohio, if you're out there in California, if you're in Georgia, wherever you at, we need to be able to put a hand on you and say, okay, you in Georgia and you looking for this breed of dog, you need to go to this brother over here.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Or whatever the case is, if it's a brother doing some training, we need people that we can vouch for and we can refer, even if they just sending maybe before and after videos of their training to show where their skill set is at, to make us comfortable doing the referrals. We need to be able to do that. It don't make no sense that you got a breed of dog and somebody calling me about it. And I got to say, only thing I deal with is Rottweilers and Cane Corso, because that's what I've been telling people.
Yeah, yeah. But but I do that a lot too. People asking me, well, do you know a trainer? And they be somewhere else. And now sometimes people get mad at me. Why you don't send them to me? It's because he over there with her. You know what I'm saying? Let him get that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even if it's a breeder, you know what I mean? If it's over there in California and I ain't got nothing on the ground right now, let the man, somebody
right,
that's good, and stand on.
We need to be able to make that happen, man. I'd like to see a book, something put together that we can roll out.
Yeah,
in 2025.
Yeah, I would like to do something like that too. So if anybody got those type of organization skills that can come in and help, you know what I'm saying? Get with me, and let's do it. You know what I mean?
And we definitely got to do it the right way. Make sure that it's validated so people can see. Because I want people to know. When I say something, it's good as gold.
That's right.
If I give you the nod of confidence that it's worth, this is something that I would like to take for myself. It's as good as it's something that's good as enough for you. It's good enough for me. If I told you that it is good, it's good.
That's right. Yeah.
You feel me?
Jihad made a post. It was funny, right? It was for our area, right? And this is why he's bringing this up. He said, who are the best breeders in the state? And I didn't know exactly what he meant, but I said, oh shit. But he meant what he said, like who breeds each dog. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it was always interesting. He said something like, most time the people who are really, really good don't even mention themselves.
Right.
They don't even mention themselves. You know what I mean? Some do, but
you don't have to.
The people decide.
Right. Let the people, how you measure best.
Right.
And the people,
and your peers,
Yes.
Yeah. All right, we need TK. Who they talk about? TK, your dog ain't it, Jihad?
Yeah. I got a TK. I got TK Hitman here. He's a multi-champion out in Serbia, champion out in Macedonia. And TK is a really, in my opinion, she's a really good businesswoman when it comes down to dogs, period. And a lot of people give her criticism because she's one of like the top breeders in the world of the Rottie. But that girl got it out the mud, man. She came in the game when she didn't even have to. She couldn't show a dog. She had to put a dog in somebody else's hand because she was a woman, man. Mm-hmm. And she has really put a lot of people on in the United States, as far as the Rottie is concerned, and as far as the Frenchie is concerned.
Yeah.
So,
man. Sometimes criticism is big in the dog world, but when you look at the ones who criticize it,
some of these people, man, that honestly, which is, I have to take my head off because some people have really, really put a lot of work in and they paid their dues. Anytime you flying around to different countries and you moving different dogs, and when they say your name, you're known all over the world, you don't put some work in. And if you just a slouchy, sorry, whatever, you're gonna hear that. But man, I'm seeing what she's producing. And at the end of the day, everybody that knows a particular breed, you can look at the breed yourself and tell whether the dog is standing on business or not. And I can tell what I've gotten from her over there, is I'm pleased with it.
That's what's up. Well, guys, I'm glad y'all came in, and this was a pretty nice meet and greet. And we'll do it again. And y'all got anything final thing to say for benediction?
I wish a couple of more guys would have came in, man. Networking is always good with good brothers, you know.
Yeah, yeah. They was in the chat pretty heavy tonight.
Okay, good deal. Yeah.
They was in there heavy tonight. So and
okay, I'm gonna here's what I'm gonna say. I got to help Joe because I just put something on Joe, right?
yeah, you got
if you are a breeder, if you are a trainer, if you are a groomer, if you specialize in anything with the dog, as far as dogs is concerned, you can always reach out to me with your information. My phone number is 870-209-4766. I'm going to start compiling the information so that we can get together and put the book together, see what it's going to take to make it happen.
Right.
You know, so,
do you think we need to start a group just for this?
Yeah,
that's probably the best way to do it. Either a Telegram group or a Facebook group.
Yeah, we'll talk after this, and then maybe the next time we come on, we'll do something special where we explain to people what we're trying to do and how they can get themselves out there. And let's go ahead and put the directory and put it together.
That's what that'll work.
Because at the end of the day, man, I'm in a position that I'm in because somebody helped me do something that I ain't know how to do.
Yeah, I don't
mind spreading love.
Man, for real, I had a lot of help, man. Sometimes I just think about it. Golly. Strangers, bro.
Hey, Joe could get people on the phone. Joe could get some of the top people on the phone around the country. And they gonna cuss me out till they find out that me and Joe cool.
Yeah. They cuss me out too now. Hey, I be talking to them. They be letting me have it, man. Now you need to do this. You need to ask this. You need to ask that. Blase, 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 blah. But it's all about getting better. I was talking to a guy the other day that helped me with a show, a chicken guy actually, and he helped me put a show together real quick. Nice dude, and he run a show. And one thing me and him we knew we had in common is we one of the few YouTube podcasts where the host ain't the expert.
Right, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The only one.
I like the questions you ask because you ask some of the same questions and you getting
different answers.
You getting different perspective. But there are a lot of questions that you ask that people that have been in the game for a while and who gonna sacrifice, they saying the same thing. Like I'm telling these young, that's why I made that post about the young brothers trying to start their own kennel, but they running to get males. And all the experts are saying that you start with the female, and they able to scientifically explain why you start with the female. You got to have a real good reason to start with that male.
Yeah, right.
They learning the game, but they learning it backwards.
Yeah,
right. And then too, like the show is good about connecting people because ain't nobody gonna give it all online. That's what some of them want you to do.
Right.
Yeah. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Right.
Nah, you don't get it like that because we know what you're gonna do with it.
But bro, I talk to people that come talk to me, and I tell you no lie, man. You know what they tell me?
What's that?
Man, I've been watching his podcast every day.
Yeah.
That brother that got in the chat and said something about that TK, he's a truck driver.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He watching one of your videos every day.
Yeah. It's
and I get calls and I talk to people like that. Yeah, man, that dude Joe, he the truth, man. I'm watching this stuff right now.
Yeah, because it's on the grassroots.
Doing the right thing, bro.
It's on a grassroots level.
Right. And here's what I like about it. We've always had to go to specific people to get what we need, and they have not always treated us right. See, they have kept all these secrets from us, had us going in the wrong direction, and now only thing a brother got to do is pop on your podcast, sit down with his pen and paper, and start taking notes.
Yeah.
Well, I used to tell them
that people hear from us.
Yep.
They gonna get.
And then they listen to those names of people that may be important in the game.
Right.
They hear the right names.
Right.
I used to tell them, Joe, years ago, I used to tell them what I've learned over all these years of training, nobody can take it away from me.
Right.
You know, I said, and it took many, many years of running up phone bills. This is before cell phones were even as popular. It's when cell phones
Right.
first came out. You had to pay by the minute. Then if you
Right.
called long
So
distance, it
right.
was 10 times the amount. So
Yes,
I
sir.
remember I had a car phone. My car phone bill used to be $500. My house phone bill was $400 or
Right.
$500 from networking and talking to people and building
Right.
relationships and friendships and stuff that I've made many, many years ago. I still talk to a lot of those people, even still to this day. What the hell?
Bro,
How
that's
does
what
Restaurant,
I
they
was
playing
saying. We
some
got
kind
it
of
out the
music. I
mud.
don't know. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get out of here, Joe. I'll talk with you guys later. Nice meeting you, man.
It's
Yes, sir.
nice meeting you also, brother.
Y'all take it easy, Joe.
Okay,
Yes,
you
sir.
too, brother
Okay.
man. Yeah, but yeah, Jihad. So yeah, it's coming together because it's important. And then the people that come to the show,
Right.
most of them don't bring their ego. You know what I mean? They
Right.
actually want to share some
Right.
information, and they be listening. Older trainers, older breeders, they be listening, and then by the time I talk to them, say, well, you know, but one day,
And here's the thing: the old heads
yeah,
got to give way to this new generation,
yeah,
and this new generation is supposed to take things to another level. See, one of
yeah,
the challenges I have with old heads that been in the game for a long time,
mm-hmm,
they don't want to accept you getting older. Your health is not going to always hold up.
mm-hmm,
Sometimes it's time to pass the baton. You got to have, like Brother Gypsy Stratton,
mm-hmm.
you see younger people that's mentioning him that say, I came up under him. He was able to pass the torch before he passed away
Yeah, yeah.
in
So people,
terms of training. And that's
right,
what we all should be doing. I'm not
right,
going to be able to run no 20 dogs, as I get older. Just
right,
not going to be able to do it. We
right,
got to pass the torch on to somebody else, man.
right, and that's right. And then too, like
All right, I'm
I
back,
wish
guys.
I
They
wish the
need to cut
older
that shit
generation.
off.
Okay, I wish the older generation wouldn't be so anti-internet. It's a new way.
Right.
It really ain't that new no more. You got to accept the technology for what it is. You on Facebook, you'll do
Yeah.
that. You on Instagram, you know what I'm saying? And why not get your credit?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for us, you know what I'm saying, doing this show.
And you know what? The internet, that's why it's so important, because I remember when I was going through this veterinarian course, and I had an externship, and I'm dealing with a doctor that went to school 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking to them and her assistant, and I'm just not getting in the medical field as it relates to the dogs. And I'm talking to them, and they telling me about the heartworm test. And I said, well, look, it don't make sense to tell clients to come back in 12 months. If they got a heartworm test and that dog is positive for heartworms today, then there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to run a test 6 months from now and be able to see whether the medicine working and what type of progress been made. Mm-hmm. And I had to wrestle with him for a minute to get her to see it. And she said, you know what? She said, Jay, you 100% right. Sometimes we get locked in our own judgment. Mm-hmm. A lot of information we got, especially as far as the veterinarian field 20, 30 years ago, new information done came out. New technology done came out. And if you stuck in an old practice, you're going to miss out.
One of the
You
biggest,
ain't help your clients properly.
Yeah, one of the biggest episodes.
We got to be able to renew our mind as it relates to everything.
Yeah.
It don't matter what you're doing. You got to be able to renew your mind. This brother that I'm working with in Little Rock, this training, he said 2 things to these young white girls that came in. They trainers, but he's trying to take them to another level. He said, I don't train with food. I don't train with e-collars. I don't have nothing against nobody that's doing it, but he broke down the science of why he don't do it. And then he showed them how to take their dog in one session and take that dog to another level.
He called me.
Man, when I tell you he called
me, yeah.
Bruh.
He said when you
He
come
don't,
back
when
home,
it's
he said
time
when
to
you come
bite,
back
he
home,
don't let
bring your
all that
dogs.
root root and the dog
Yeah.
doing all that barking and burning all the energy. He don't even let the dog do that.
Yeah.
He wants the dog to be calm and patient when he bites.
That's right.
When
That's
I
the
tell
best
you
way.
that brother bad, man.
Put the work into the bite. Don't put the work into the show.
Right.
Yeah.
Put the work into the bite, man. Wasting all that energy you get on somebody, you just shit out of luck. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. So he took my dog to one session, bro. And I'm like, God damn, I'm like, this
Who was
cold.
that? Who was that?
I'm trying to get them to be one of his mentees.
What trainer that was?
What's his name again? I got it in my other phone.
Dang, I can't even pronounce his
nephew. Are you in here
real
still?
name, but we call him Brother Rasta. He trained out from California, but he's trained in the islands. You know, he's trained in a few different countries.
Yeah.
But he's here, and he's not really. He got a nice skill set, but he's not known.
Yeah.
And he the way his mind thinks that he know martial arts. He called with martial arts, and he's a school teacher. So when he's training from that perspective as well. His martial art and he cold, bro.
Mills, I'm gonna have him on. I'll talk to him. I'm gonna have
silent
him on.
but deadly, man. Silent but deadly. My puppy's at 3-4 months old. I don't let them bark like that when they doing bite work. Just sit there. You don't waste all that time. Just sit there. You're burning too much energy barking.
I want to see a conference, man.
Display it.
With you brothers doing y'all thing, maybe y'all bring couple dogs. We put y'all up in a hotel. We need to set something up, man. Maybe a year down the road and just really make it happen. Maybe
we gotta have
a whole damn weekend.
We gotta have organizers because the channel is getting known and showing interest. People showing interest of all walks of life. Man, we done had some heavy hitters on here already.
Yeah.
One of the most slept on interviews is Dr. Joe Spoo. People automatically think, oh, a vet. Oh, that man don't think like
right.
I'm telling you, people need to go listen to that interview by Dr. Joe Spoo. He's a hunter. He's a bird hunter too.
Right.
So he ain't got the same mindset as a lot of normal vets do. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you something. I don't give a damn. I can learn from anybody. And when I go to the vet, I'm trying to suck it up. Any questions I got, I'm listening like this. Brothers that ain't got no license, I'm listening to them.
Yeah,
and I learned how to fucking cure parvo without all that damn medication.
Man, you know what?
How to cure goddamn me killer call by going to the grocery store and spending $4 goddamn.
You know what I tell folks? Jeffrey Dahmer could be sitting on the other side of that screen.
Right.
But if he knows something about some dogs, I'll talk to him. You know what I'm saying? It's only a few type of men I won't talk to. You know what I mean?
If you say something, I got enough sense to try it for myself.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I done had some clients that messed up and put their dogs in parvo, and I had vials of medicine in my drawer because I never used the medicine that they got from the vet. Never used it.
Any dog
man, their dog and cured their dog.
Any dog man in North Carolina, Elite Connie Corso. I think I heard of you, but yeah, I heard North Carolina got some hell of a dog men up in that joint.
Yeah, I'll be in North Carolina. They having a show. They're having a show that's coming up in November.
Yeah. All right, well, fellas, I'm gonna get off here. We got a show tomorrow, guys, with our brother Kevin, Viper Connie Corso. I might got that wrong, but we be in. I think Rick is gonna join us on the raw diet. The raw diet. People have been hearing us kind of chatting on it a little bit, so they want to go and have a full conversation. So
okay, it's cool.
Brother John, we gonna redo that show with you and oh man, we should get ready to cook. Our show went down with him and Clyde.
Yeah, I think my phone was a problem because I'm on my other phone. And I don't have a feedback issue.
We good now. So yeah.
Okay, good deal. All right, Joe. Thank you, man. All right,
man. Love your brothers, man. Peace.
All right.